And this includes everything. It includes all prophets, all ways, everything what was before, this includes. We are saying, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, just to your Sayyidina, may dear Sultan. We are with our ego, our Sheikh, and we cannot do anything also. It's running through our blood. Difficult to leave it. But you, our Sheikh, you showed us, you showing us, and you showed us and declared us, explained to us the way to get rid of this veil, of this ego. And you declared and showed us and explained to us that this has to be, to come to truth, must finish the ego. And it's not easy. It's not easy. It's for a man or a lady without a guide, without a teacher, without a trainer, it's impossible to get rid of this ego. Impossible. Possible with a sheikh, with a guide. You must have a guide, and you must listen to that guide. If you are saying no, or you don't follow this, this means your ego is controlling you. There is an old advice from Ahl Hajagan, from the masters of wisdom, masters. They are saying that if you listen advice and follow advice from an alim, and that alim means a learned one, and you follow that advice, you are following him, you are following that advice, but this learned one, he has no connection with tariqat. He has no connection. That means shaitan with you, coming to you 3 days. If you are repenting, it's okay. Not repenting 40 days, you must repent during 40 days, not some years shaitan with you. Yes, he was winning. Shaitan, he won the game. Because he is proud. He teaching pride. He teach this. He feed your ego with pride. You are thinking, I don't need the sheikh, the guide. People, they don't want the guide. Because the guide, he is watching you, and he is trying to kill you, actually. Kill your ego, your best friend. He is trying to kill him. But he has a lot of time. There's no drama. Slowly, slowly. He has all means, all tricks, all wisdoms, all medicine, all of it. He gives you the right poison also, if it is necessary, to finish you off. To get you out of the prison. Once he said to us, Maulana Sheikh, Tariqat is very easy, the way of Sufi order, it is very easy to understand. You must do the opposite of your ego all the time, and you are okay, reaching quickly. Opposite of your ego. He told us in Damascus. Then one of our clever ones, he was saying to him, to Maulana Sheikh, also, if I want a coffee, I cannot, because he said that you must, everything what your ego wants, say no. Because if you say yes, he is not satisfied. He is not saying, Alhamdulillah, thank you very much, it's enough, it's good. No. He wants more. He wants more. This nature of ego until it eats you up in the end. Eats you, finish you. No happiness, no aim, no unity, no love, no mercy, no beauty, no nothing. This ego. If your ego wants something, you do the opposite, you don't do it, you don't listen to him, means you are with Allah. If you are doing what it wants, means you are not with Allah. You are with Shaitan. Shaitan with you, you are with Shaitan. Ego, you follow the ego. That is very simple and very clear, very truthful. So we don't like it actually. You are okay, but I don't like it because I am in danger. My nerves, all this. Not to do what my ego wants, it is very dangerous for me. I don't, we don't like it. Then this clever one, he said, coffee, if I want a coffee, is this also, I can? Then, very clever one. Then he said, Maulana said, no, it's, okay, eat and drink for Allah. On another place, occasion he said, Grand Sheikh Abdullah Faiz Darastani, he was saying, Tariqat is also very easy, or very clear. Don't be afraid from it. It means good horse means good car. Today you must have a good car to come from there to there. Visit the brothers, making work for Allah. Good car you must have. Then secondly, good clothes. Good clothes. Thirdly, good food. Very difficult. Tariqat Naqshbandiya. Good car, good clothes, good eating and drinking. Okay, we join the club. Why is that? To do it for Allah Almighty. That is important. Do it for Allah Almighty. There was a fisherman in the time of Abdul Qadir Jilani, and he heard about Sultan Abdul Qadir Jilani. He heard and he wanted to see him, to the Sheikh. He wanted to see the Sheikh. And he was a very poor one, very poor. He was fishing and he was just surviving and eating some parts of the fish, very thin one, dervish. And he is going on journey finally, and his wife is giving him from her treasure, from what they saved, give him 25 silver piastra. He put in his belt, for the way, and he is going. And he is a dervish and he didn't use the money, but he had it, just in case. And finally he arrived to Baghdad, he arrived to the Sheikh. The Sheikh had a big, like a palace, big house, huge house, palace. And they said to him, the Sheikh is in that house. And he was thinking, what? The Sheikh has a palace? What Sheikh? Palace. He went in, he must look. And then he saw, when he came in, there was a big table, huge table, so many guests, everyone very happy. They are drinking, eating, chicken, turkey, coming, the people bringing in one dish after the other. And then he said, no, this can't be. This can't be. This is not the Sheikh. This is not what I read in the books. And what the people, they said, the alims, they said to me, no, can't be. This is not the Sheikh. Yeah. And he just wanted to go away. And Abdul Qadir Jilani, he was shouting to him, he said, oh you, guest, visitor, do you think I am caring for this life and what is in it more than you take care for your 25 silver piastra in your belt? He was saying to him, no, he didn't show it to anyone. He said to him, then you understand. Yes. If you take away gold and silver from a saint, there's no movement. He has no movement. There's no movement. There's no movement in the heart. No movement. Nothing. He finds a big sack of gold, no movement. He takes it, brings it home. Some thieves coming in the night, taking it away, no movement. You change, there's a change for him, for that saint, there's a change. No change. Yeah, this is important to know. And there was Sheikh Bukhari, he was saying that from 10 parts, there's 10 parts of worship. You have 10 parts of worship, 9 of them, they consist of halal sustenance. Oh brothers, gentlemen, and I call you gentlemen, but you know what you are. 9 parts of your ibadah consist of halal, to getting halal sustenance, to work halal sustenance. He said many times. And he was saying that, tell him to stop it, that one note is enough to cut everything. One shaitan is enough. What we were saying?
9 of 10 parts.
Yes, 9, this is halal sustenance, to work for your livelihood in a halal way. And he was also, at that time, he said in our time, the time of Shaman, the best is farming and gardening. Farming, he was very precise. Today, and trading, of course, trading. After trading, these two. Trading may be the foremost. Yes, this is important. And why is that? We can ask. It is that the Prophet was saying that in Akhir Zaman, that the earning the livelihood, working for the livelihood, halal livelihood, it is like, it has a degree of jihad, of a battle of jihad. That time, in his time, Prophet, there were so many battles, starting with the battles. Battle of Badr, Battle of Uhud, Battle of Khandak, so many terrible battles, very difficult battles. 80% you die in such a battle. It's not easy. It has a high degree. This degree, when you work. Yes, if you work in London, he's working with houses, making bricks, no, putting...
Yeah, just carrying.
He's only carrying. Allah. Carrying. It's perfect. 9 parts of his worship, Bismillah. Perfect. He prays, finish, 10. This is important, because your ego, under these circumstances, is stressed, is under total stress, and it doesn't like it. Doesn't like it at all. What we don't like at all is physical work. All our dervishes, Sufi dervishes, they are such Sufi dervishes. They like to make zikr. They are so spiritual, advanced, sitting in the corner, making zikr. And so high spirituality, don't disturb them. If you disturb them, they say, when the Sheikh say, I tell you a story, it is my blame, I have to blame myself, I am the worst one. In the time of, when we were in 1980 in Damascus, with a few brothers, maybe 7, 6, 8, 9 brothers, all of us from the West. First time in Damascus with the Sheikh. And a few weeks passed, and then he said, one day he said, we were loving the Sheikh and we are with him, clinging with him. It was a revelation, not less than a revelation. And then he said, one day he said, there is that garden there, a few meters across our little street, there was some land, a few square meters, not too much, maybe like this, a land like this room. And he said, who likes to work with that land to make something? Because nobody is doing anything with it at the moment. Who likes to be? And all of us. No one. Only one person. And he was so modest, he didn't say, I have this. No, he didn't say anything. And since we always said, very nice. When this was finished, this rumor, then that person, he said, I may do it, oh my Sheikh. He was the only one who did everything what the Sheikh was saying, ordering, suggesting. He was saying yes, without hesitating. He didn't say immediately because he didn't want to be outstanding, you know. So he waited, everything is calm. He said, very calm, he said, okay, I may do. This man is a saint in Texas. His name is Tariq, I say it, inshallah, he's not angry with me. His name is Tariq, from Texas. Everything very slow. Texas people, they speak very slow. Very slow and very exactly, not one word too much, and not one word too less. Just what is needed, they are speaking and also thinking. Yeah, mashallah, really. In 1 year he makes a rocket start directly. He did what Sheikh Abdullah Darastani wrote in his book. Maybe you have that book, that small blue book from the devotions, Naqshbandi devotions. You can read that Grand Sheikh was saying who is doing these wazifa every day and good adab, with adab and good conduct, he may reach very fast. This was an example. After 1 year, Sheikh Ibn said, go, America is finished, you have, it's all right. Yes, just to give an example of the lazy ones, actually, that was only. But everything is explained by the opposite. And then ego is under stress. When the gentleman, he comes home, the lady, it is better for her because it is very good for her if she is at home and preparing the home for the husband to be repose, to be getting new energies, to rest, for rest. That means she is looking for the house, that is outwardly looking, but more important, the inwardly looking. That means she is maybe busy and concentrated on dhikrullah, on good vibrations, on peaceful heart, on enlightened heart, beautiful heart, on beauty, on these things, on Allah's 99 beautiful names. She must concentrate and be happy. She will be happy herself. If she is happy, that means her happiness is filling the whole house by good vibrations. That she can only mainly do if she is at home. Not if she is also stressing, like the husband, also stressing outside. Who is looking for the... If they are both, then they have both no energy, how is it going? Yes, that is the intention if you come home, you're home. My home is my castle. English people saying, my home is my real home, should be my home, my spiritual home. When the husband is coming home, she should be there. If she is if she is receiving him with a smile, all the angels from earth up to the throne praying for this lady, praying for her, all of them, directly. There are so many secrets, so many barakas, so many things behind the veil which we are not seeing. He may come home, he can rest, he can let himself, finish. Take from this energy, he may do himself, he may do ghusl or wudu, he may pray, he may sit, meditate something, and then he is happy with his family and with Allah Almighty. That is for the home. If not, it's difficult. He comes home and she is with the children and she's in horror. Her hair is, and then she has the kids and her nerves are just blank. When he's entering the door, he's, take this one. He's shouting to me, you idiot, why you come so late? Giving the... Then, difficult. As the situation gets more difficult. You must be afraid that the angels are not praying for you. Not praying for you, that is the least. Maybe they pray against you also. Yes, it's difficult. It's not easy. Islam is not a joke or a theory or a thing we could do. Maybe we can do, maybe not. Oh, very nice religion, very flexible. Pakistanis are saying, it's a very flexible religion. No. Everything is haq. It's no joke what Morana told us. It's not a joke. You can do, cannot do, maybe. No. If you don't do, okay. Don't do. But you are carrying the thing. Consequences. You think you can do something without consequence? No. Alhamdulillah. No bad thing, no good thing. But also very good. With consequences. That is important. But this is a time, difficult time. Make what you can do from it against your ego. Even it is difficult, your wife receiving you like this, in a bad style, let's say, you must not get angry. Ego likes to be angry. Yes. Now I worked the whole day. I suppressed myself the whole day. Now I want the relief, and there's no relief. What is this? I have the right. I am the right. I have the right. I work very hard. And you are doing this. What is this? Yeah. Finished. Ego, he they was victorious over you. You must not do it. You must, first of all, you have to see it before it's coming. You may see it before it comes, because you know the situations. See when it's coming, before it's coming. See it, then don't listen. Do the opposite. Say, may I help you? Oh, my wife with that baby. Yes, thank you very much. Oh, very nice baby. And do the opposite. Do the opposite. Quickly you go. You will develop yourself, and you will get out of your prison, and all these things Allah gives you. He gives you everything. It is worth it. It's worth it. So much worth. Yes, even she cannot change herself. You have to carry. You must carry, and in a good way. You cannot say, no, I carried this for 1 year. No, it's enough. Enough is enough. No, no, it's never enough. You are not deciding when it's enough. Allah is deciding when it's enough. Not you. Patience is only patience if you make it always. Not, I am patient from here to there, then my patience is finished. That means there's no patience from the beginning. No, it's logical. It's not patient. That is not what you call patience. Patience is always. This is important. Not to give way to the ego, because it eats us, it is eating us. It's not finishing. It's getting more and more. And you must know that only through the Sheikh, he may teach you. He may show you your ego, how it is going. You have to be aware. Before this comes, before the anger or these things, before they come, you have to look at it so that you can have a chance not to listen, not to do it, not to put it down. Put it down. Always. This is tariqah. If you want tariqah, Sufi, Sheikh, this, that, this is. What do you want to say? No, it's only this. We have to step on our ego. Not to listen, not to follow. Yes. May Allah help us to do this, inshallah. And auf Deutsch müssen wir auch noch. Gibt es hier Deutsche? Nein. Aber Ahmed ist ein echter Deutscher. Ein Hamburger. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Im Prinzip haben wir gesagt, die Grundregel in der Tariqat, Naqshbandi Tariqat, da hat der Raja Shah Naqshband al-Uwais al-Bukhari gesagt, dass von 10 Teilen von Ibadah, Gottesdienst, 10 Teile, sagen wir mal, teilen wir einen in 10 Teile, dann sind 9 Teile bestehen darin, seine Helal-Arbeit zu machen. Helal sein Geld zu verdienen. 9 Teile von 10. Wer Helal sein Geld verdient, der hat schon 9 Teile von seiner Ibadah sozusagen erledigt. Ein Teil, sich Allah zu widmen und zu lesen und zu tun und zu beten und Zikr und so. MashaAllah. Das hat der Shah Naqshband al-Uwais al-Bukhari immer wiederholt, oft wiederholt, laut Alauddin, seinem Khalifa, der hat es erzählt. Und hat gesagt, damals in der Zeit war, wie heißt es? Landwirtschaft und Gartenbau war bevorzugt. Nach Handel. Handel war als erstes. Das war sehr wichtig. Und dann sind wir darauf gekommen, dass der Prophet hat gesagt, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, dass diese Art, also dieses Halal Geld verdienen in der Endzeit, wir sind in der Endzeit, dass es einen Grad hat, Schwierigkeitsgrad und wie die Schlachten im Dschihad-Kämpfe zu Zeiten des Propheten sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Also der Grad von Schlacht von Badr, Uhud, Khandak und so, Schlacht des Grabens und so weiter, diese Schwierigkeitsgrad. Das ist sehr schwierig, aus wenig Prozent Leben zurückzukommen im Prinzip. Und es waren furchtbare Sachen passiert da drin auch. Also dieser Schwierigkeitsgrad ist so, wenn du heute Halal dein Geld verdienst. Ja, weil die Versuchung ist groß in dieser Dunya. Ist nicht leicht. Und das Ego wird gedrückt während der Arbeit. Jeder hat, der hier arbeitet, der kann ein Lied singen, sollte er nicht, aber ja, er beklagt sich sehr oft, ja, weil das einfach sehr stressig ist. Die ganze Schwingung, alles ist nicht leicht. Deswegen wird es hoch belohnt. So belohnt, als wenn du im Dschihad, gerade aus dem gewonnenen Dschihad nach Hause kommst. Oder als Märtyrer gestorben bist oder was auch immer. Ja, du bist dieser Grad. Gedacht ist es für die Ehepaare, ja, es ist so gedacht, die Heirat, eine der Geheimnisse der Heirat ist eben so, dass für die Frau ist es besser, wenn sie zu Hause ist, so ist es gedacht, und sie hat eine sehr wichtige Aufgabe, die ist nicht weniger wichtig als das, was der Mann tut, vielleicht noch wichtiger, denn sie muss dafür sorgen, dass dieses Haus eine reine Schwingung, in einer reinen Schwingung sich befindet, möglichst, in einer Schönheit, in einer Barmherzigkeit, in einer Liebe sich befindet. Ja, das kommt aus ihrem Herzen. Je mehr sie sich beschäftigt im Haus mit Zikr und mit dieser Liebe zu ihrem Sheikh, zum Propheten und was auch immer, und das drückt sich aus in ihren Kindern und allem, was sie tut. Das Haus hat diese Schwingung. Und der Mann, der natürlich gestresst ist und auch Druck natürlich auch aufbaut, ja, weil er sein Ego ständig immer an alleine hat. Das ist ein starker Druck. Und wenn er nach Hause kommt, hat der Sheikh uns damals gesagt und sagt dann noch heute, ist das Beste, was passieren kann, ist, wenn er seine Frau findet und sie lächelt ihn an und sagt, herzlich willkommen, mein Mann, MashaAllah, schön, dass du da bist. Dann ist schon das Paradies sozusagen schon offen. Aber er taucht in diese Schwingung ein, er muss eigentlich nur noch loslassen, er kann sich ausruhen, er muss nichts denken, gar nichts machen, er kann sich einfach nur fallen lassen und diese paradiesische Ruhe mit seiner Familie genießen und sich erholen. Das ist Erholung, er muss sich erholen, er muss Energie, wieder göttliche Energie kommt da, durch die Frau. Das ist die Ergänzung, so ist das gedacht. Und wenn sie das tut, ihn mit einem Lächeln empfängt, dann beten sämtliche Engel vom Boden bis zum Thron Allahs, beten für sie. Das ist so eine wunderbare Tat, so eine hochgeschätzte, in göttlicher Sicht, aus göttlicher Sicht hochgeschätzte Tat, dass alle Engel sofort für die beten. Und wenn es nicht so ist, dann beten die nicht. Also verfluchen sie auch nicht, inshallah, ich weiß es nicht, aber es ist gefährlich. Ja, es ist nicht so leicht dann. Es kann aber passieren, weil die Frau ist auch nicht leicht, wenn sie 3 Kinder zu versorgen hat und sie ist alleine. Ja, in Deutschland ist sie auch alleine. Keine Großeltern, Verwandten, meistens ist ja nicht, jeder ist ja hier Single. Ja, selbst der Mann, selbst ist die Frau. Ja, das habe ich alles alleine geschafft. So sind die drauf, die Gesellschaft. Jetzt ist sie sauer und völlig mit den Nerven fertig. Sie wartet schon, dass er nach Hause kommt. Der kommt nicht, der kommt immer später, wird immer schlimmer. Kind schreit immer lauter. Schließlich ist er in der Tür, schreit sie gleich dann: Du Penner, wieso kommst du so spät? Ich warte schon 6 Stunden. Und schmeißt ihm als erstes Mal das am lautesten schreiende Baby erstmal entgegen. Der ist erstmal entsetzt, ja, und dann wird es schwierig. Dann wird es schwierig. Ja. Deswegen hat die Frau eine wichtige, hohe Verantwortung, die nicht weniger ist als die des Mannes. Ja, die äußerliche Verantwortung, auch die Verantwortung vor Allah natürlich, die hat er hat sie. Weil wenn das so ist, dann muss er es tragen. Er muss es tragen. Wenn er es nicht trägt, wer soll es denn tragen? Wer denn? Das ist doch nur deine Frau und du. Und diese Familie. Wer soll das Kind soll es tragen? Er trägt es. Er trägt es. Er wird nicht sauer und sagt: Jetzt ist aber genug, jetzt ist aber jetzt ist. Also das kann er wohl, jetzt komme ich gerade von der Arbeit. Halt, mein Freund, wer wird denn gleich an die Decke gehen? Greife lieber zur HB. Dann geht alles wie. Kennst du die Reklame? Kennt ihr die noch? 1950. Dann geht alles wie von selbst. Ja, greife zur HB. Die Zigarillo, ein guter, schöner Zigarillo. Greife zum Sicke. Weil jetzt gibt es ja die Zigaretten mit die elektrischen. Elektrisch? Elektrisch. Ja. Electro-cigarettes. Take out your electric cigarette. Or your electric cigarette. Yes, take out your electric cigarette and train yourself, also jetzt habe ich wieder Englisch, mein Gott, und trainiere dich, dich zu beobachten. Oh, Brüder und Schwestern, wie wir gelernt haben und immer noch nicht verstanden haben, ist der Anfang und das Ende des Weges die Selbstbeobachtung. Es beginnt mit der Selbstbeobachtung. Das ist der Schritt vom Nafsul Amarabisu zum Nafsul Lawama. Ja, der Schritt von der das Böse befehlenden Seele, Ego, alles was da angesiedelt ist, zu sich selbst anklagenden, sich selbst kritisierenden, sich selbst hinterfragenden Seele, sich zu beobachtenden Seele. Der Moment, wenn du nicht in deinem Ego bist, du hast so viel Stress jetzt, den ganzen Tag gearbeitet, jetzt kommt die Frau und ist auch noch sauer, jetzt gehe ich einfach ins Casino. Geht ins Casino und verzockt sein Gehalt. Kommt er wieder, ist er noch saurer. Wird immer saurer, immer mehr. Bis they are coming to take me away, haha, they are coming to take me away. And I'm happy to see those nice young men and the pretty white king coats. Yes, this is the end. Borderlining, Schizophrenie, no control over anything, keine Kontrolle, ja, geht immer weiter. Der erste Schritt auf dem Wege der Besserung und der Vervollkommnung und der Tarikat ist der, sich zu beobachten. Wenn du so viel Druck hast, aufgebaut, jetzt denkst du, jetzt kommst du nach Hause, jetzt kommt die Erlösung. Kommt nicht. Noch mehr Druck. Kommt noch mehr Druck. Ja, dann wird immer mehr, keine Möglichkeit auszubreiten und du bist identifiziert mit deinem Ego. Das ist der springende Punkt. Du bist noch nicht da, dass du gesagt hast, wer ist das da eigentlich? Dieses HB-Männchen, das Ausrastende. Da bist du noch nicht. Du bist noch voll, das bist du. Diese Wut, das bin ich, dieser Ärger, das bin ich. Das ist nur ich. Keine. Dann, wenn der Druck dann zu stark ist, gibt es eine Explosion. Weil irgendwo muss es ja hin. Oder? Ja, klar. Irgendwann wird der Druck stärker und irgendwann gibt es eine Explosion. Muss. Was verhindert die Explosion? Du nimmst einen tiefen Atemzug. Einen tiefen Atemzug verhindert die Explosion. Dieser Atemzug wird genutzt, wenn du diesen Atemzug machst und sagst, ich atme jetzt mal einfach mal nur. Ich beobachte jetzt mal meinen Atem. Ein Atemzug. Einatmen. Ausatmen. Dieser eine Atemzug, was verschafft er dir, wenn du so bist? Kurz vor der Atomexplosion. In der Reibung. Der verschafft dir Raum. Der gibt dir Raum. Den Raum, den du benötigst, nicht auszurasten. Ja, der schafft dir Raum. 2 Atemzüge, noch mehr Raum. 3 Atemzüge, noch mehr Raum. Dann was machst du da in dieser Zeit? Du schaust. Du hörst auf mit der Identifikation mit deinem Nafs. Ihr seid nicht mehr eins. Du hast dich getrennt. Du fängst an, dich zu trennen von deinem Ego. Du schaust auf dein Ego. Du guckst, was ist das denn? Was ist das? Ohne Kritik, einfach nur mal, was ist das? Was interessant. Habe ich noch gar nicht gesehen. Sehr lustig. Ist ja ein HB-Männchen. Das ist der Beginn des Weges. Das ist der Schritt auf Nafsul Lawama, die sich selbst annehmen. Das ist der Punkt. Das muss aber sein. Ohne dem ist kein Sufi-Weg. This is important. If you're under stress and just before explosion, Because there is a reason for this, is that you are identifying yourself with your ego. That is you. You have no consciousness about yourself. No, no. You are your ego. That is me. Now it's good, now it's bad. This I like, this I don't like. Always with the ego, going, coming, up, down. No consciousness, nothing. Identification with the ego. Then, if it is angry, more and more and more must come, in this case, explosion. You shout, you get off. Because it must go somewhere, this pressure. Cannot stay like this. Then what saves you from the explosion is to take a breath. And that, first of all, you have that second, or less than a second, you have to see it, and then you must remember, I have to breath, I have to concentrate on one breath now, only. It's my only duty now, to think, to be, concentrate on my in-breath and out-breath. Only this. This creates room, because there was no room, because no room must be explosion. Then you create room. There is room. Another breath, another room, another breath, more room. Then you see, you must see what is this? What is the nature of that happening, that event? What is it? What is it? This is my nafs. Very strange thing. Very funny. Don't judge. No judging, only looking. Look, the nature of the ego, the nature of this happening. What is it? This is the beginning of the Sufi way. This is a step from nafsul marabisu to nafsul lawama. You start to look and you give up, what you give up, the identification, total identification with your ego, totally. This is, and then you take a breath, man atmet, man konzentriert sich, und die Leute, die schon trainiert sind, die machen Sikhe dann, atmen und machen Sikhe, im Namen von Allah. Sie sagen auf ihren Atem Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, sehr stark. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, weil du machst es für Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. La ilaha illallah. Oder, was die ganzen Orientalen schon machen, ist, sie sagen Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali sayyidina Muhammad. Normale Orientalen in Syrien und Damaskus, die haben immer, wenn irgendwie die Situation schwierig wurde, Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ali sayyidina Muhammad. War okay. Direkt weg. Das sind kleine Tipps und Tricks, wie man sich beherrschen kann. Die Beherrschung heißt, du trägst, du musst tragen. Ja, das ist eines der Geheimnisse der Heirat, ist, dass der Mann, der muss tragen. Der hat die Verantwortung, er trägt. Nehmen wir mal an, die Ehefrau hat dies und jenes und sie kann es nicht ändern, das ist völlig okay, aber der Mann, der muss es tragen, mit Würde. Mit Nachsicht, weil wenn er es nicht trägt, wer trägt es denn dann? Muss tragen. Und sag nicht, ich bin ein großer Träger. Dann ist es von Allah. Und es ist zu deinem Besten. Du entwickelst dich. Be gentle. Be gentle. Be gentle. Prophet ﷺ, he teaches us gentleness. Islam is gentleness, not anything else. It's gentleness. If it is necessary, you must fight. But on the place, another place. And the best place to fight is to fight yourself. Against yourself. There you can be brutal. It's okay. Finish it. It's allowed. It's okay. But we are not like that. We are very soft to ourselves. Oh, slowly, slowly. No. Don't kill me. I want to live my life. What life? Killing me softly. May Allah help us, inshallah, to praise Allah. It's about this. We have to look. The Sheikh is there. He is looking, giving you everything, but you have to wake up and you have to look. If you don't look to yourself, there is no Sufi way, there is nothing. If we are not looking to our imperfections, all kinds of imperfections, there is no way. Not the way. May Allah bring us on the way. Inshallah. Keep ourselves and make our hearts strong, firm on the way of truth. Be gentle. Be gentle. Prophet was gentle, never beat anyone, except in the war, of course. But in the town, in his home, in his brothers and sisters, never. And they came to him and they said, Ya Rasulullah, you brought the revelation, we can beat our wives if this, and he said, yes, okay, this is ayat, we cannot deny. And then they said, but how we do it, what is permitted? And he said, yes, you can take your miswak and have the feet, and you make like this. It's okay. Now, of course, the son of Rasulullah, he showed them how to do it. What is the Quran verse and how to do it. Yeah. Okay, you can take a big miswak also, it's okay. But it must fit in your mouth. Yeah. What do you think, gentlemen? Yeah. Don't judge people. Don't open bad things to people. Don't look bad things. Cover bad things of other people. There was a couple, they make haram. On the way, the Sheikh is coming with his murids. Murids are saying, oh, quickly, quickly, Sheikh, we have to disacute haram, haram, we have to bring them to the Qadi. Sheikh is running, and before them, he's running, taking his coat, putting over them, say, no, no, they are poor people, they don't have home, they're looking for a home. Covering, finish, go your way. Murids, very clever murids. You must cover. Islam is merciful. Islam is mercy. There are strong rules. but there is mercy. How to do it? This is the Prophet. So this is Sharia, it's merciful. Real Sharia. But they don't understand today. If you make haram with the lady, it is the biggest sin. One of the biggest sin, maybe the biggest sin for people, for them. And that is punishment, death. Yes? This is law. This is the law. Then comes how to do it. Must be go to Qadi. Yes? Qadi. Must be 4 witnesses. 4. Okay, there's 4. Everyone saying the same thing. They did it. Then first one coming to the Qadi, first one saying, Qadi saying, did you see it? Yes. What they did? Yeah, they did it. Did you saw it? Yes. Did you put your hand also you felt it also? What was, no. Go away. You are not witness. Second, same question. Did you? No, go away. He sent them, all of them away. And finish. That is the way it should be done. This is Sharia, this is madhab also. People, they don't know. Covering, Allah likes to cover, satar, He covers it. Don't speak about your past, what you did wrong maybe, don't speak this, don't say it, don't open, no. Cover it. Your own things, other things, doesn't matter, you must cover. No need. To bring these bad things up again, it is the reason for the destruction of the Ummah. You must not do, you have to listen, to look. And after these 4 witnesses, the 5th coming also saying the same thing, the 6th also, they are cursed. Shaitan with them, cursed. After 4 witnesses, the 5th one is cursed. Don't be 5th witness. Then the Qadi may say to them, to this couple, or to this lady, and they make haram, maybe, but it's not, we say no, they didn't do it. Then he asks them, did you do it? They say no. And they should say no. They say no, and then the Qadi say, yes, but you are so near and you must not do this, don't do this. They get a punishment for, I don't know what, easy punishment, some money or what, I don't know. Something, not to do this again, to be so near in the public. That's all. This is Islam. This is merciful. You see how merciful Islam is? And how are you? Who are you? How you are doing? You are a judge, chief judge. Very chief judge. Judging. No. Judge yourself. Look to yourself. This is a problem. May Allah help us, inshallah, to awaken from wrong things, ways, illusions, everything. And from Him is a help. Wa min Allah tawfiq, al-Fatiha. That's the thing.